Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Mega Tuesdays here on Sorare TV. Last week we started off the series of the playlist by trying to lay out a strategy that would lead us towards some SO5 glory. Obviously my club, if you caught the main channel, you'll see we won some rewards last week, so it did a nice little trick for us, but we weren't anywhere near being successful on Sorare Mega itself, and a lot of the feedback I got from using the comment section of the last video kind of pointed us in the direction of a gallery like mine with the strength it has should probably start with like 11 and 8 and work its way down kind of idea. So I want this to, for me, the main focal point of Mega, like it is with the data side games, is making my SO5 decisions maybe easier or better, or using a different lens to think about them and examine them all through, so that I make the best decisions come deadline day for SO5 itself. At any point in the video today, if you laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. So for game week 294, like I said, we ended up absolutely nowhere, and that was fine. But we won on SO5, that was the main thing for us. We've logged back in, we've gained some more XP, and the thing with Sorare Mega that we're going to unlock as we get up these levels is there's lots of different little kind of attachments and like sidearms, if you like, that can kind of power up different statistics in our cards. So as we start to unlock and acquire those things, we'll be able to deploy them, and maybe that'll help us kind of identify some key statistics that might work in some players' benefit in a particular game week, you know. So what I'm going to do is start with Mega 5 right now. What I'm going to do with Mega 5 is just make my best team, regardless of prejudice, like on region, scarcity, all that stuff. Now, what I'm going to then be examining when I go into Mega 8 and 11 thereafter is just, you know, how strong are the components and the positions once I take out the best 5, if you like, okay? So I think for a goalkeeper, I've actually been tossing and turning quite a lot this week on who I think my best goalkeeper is, and it's not because I've got lots of great options, it's because I've got a few kind of average options and then one or two that are, you know, maybes and probablys. But ultimately, I think it comes down to a toss-up between Beza at home to a newly promoted team after they actually had quite a impressive, you know, in spells anyway, his performance was okay until they lost the clean sheet right at the end, or Joe Hart away to Kilmarnock. Rangers just beat Kilmarnock 2-0. Kilmarnock barely registered a shot on goal. That was at Ibrox, and I've got the benefit of seeing Kilmarnock's first and only home game at this point in the season when they hosted Dundee United, and Tony Watt, Charlie Mulgrew and the lads went down there and got a 1-1 draw. Should have been a victory for Dundee United on the day. And I think Kilmarnock will play, and Derek McInnes' Kilmarnock, I hasten to add, we'll probably play in a similar fashion. It means Hart has probably got a great chance at a clean sheet with a couple of saves, as well as all the passing stuff that he's not getting scored for at the moment. So like he could maybe come in with like a 65 before multiplier. And Beza, I think if he gets a clean sheet, maybe he's a little bit busy. I've just got no idea what this team is like. Maybe he loses his clean sheet in the first minute. And Coronel has been very good at home. And when he gets a clean sheet, his clean sheets are normally in the 70s. So actually, as soon as I say those words, and he's at home as well, Red Bulls are looking good this year. Now, the thing is, Orlando did like have a high-scoring game with them in the Cup recently, but obviously I'm not letting that concern me because it's different tactics, especially for a team like Red Bull that are very like, okay, this is a Cup game, we can play differently and try and do take some more risks. And, you know, obviously it backfired. The best defender, I think it has to be really Carter Vickers, but I'm trying to keep away from the limiteds for this Mega 5, just to really put that pressure on the club so I can have that kind of discovery this week of who, Harwood Bellis is away to Watford, who played Monday, so they maybe Burnley have maybe got a day or two rest on them, so that could be good. And Newcastle are away to Brighton. Don't think he's going to get a clean sheet, but he could definitely get decisive and some good attacking contributions, because Trippier's coming down the right. They've just lost Cucurella, who was on their left, so I think Trippier is a shout. Now the formation that's set here is 1-2-1. We'll check out the midfield options. I might not do that. So in midfield, I think McGregor's going to be one of my better options again, of course. Llorente, but I think is my best option. Will definitely play, is going to be a key figure this year. And I think with his style of play on the Matrix, it could work out all pretty damn good. And I think, yeah, I could put McGregor. So I think this is the kind of game McGregor could get a goal and an assist in, because it's a smaller pitch. He'll just naturally be higher up on the field. And I think my best striker has to be Jota, doesn't it? don't know what order these guys are all in necessarily, but yeah, I'm having to go for Jota. He's just such a hot hander now, such a hot card. In that respect, you just can't not play him. So I think that is actually my best 5. I could maybe drop that for a Joe Hart or something, you know, but whatever. And it's Captain Jota till I die. You all know that, of course. Now, as we get to Mega 8, what I'm hoping to try and figure out is exactly, when push comes to shove, who is the keeper I'm going to stick with? You know, I think I am really pushing myself towards Bayezid here, because I think at home, and I suppose it's unknown, but it's the unknown element that I don't fancy. Whereas Hart, I know what he's in for. So let's go Hart. And then in defence, I think I can take a Carter Vickers now at this point. I think I can put him in a Mega 8 alongside that Hart. And then my second best, or what would this be, in fact, my third best defender this game week? Maybe Greg Taylor's a great shout. I think he'll have a great game against Kilmarnock. Everyone's just absolutely loving Taylor now, and he tends to, you know, Taylor's pattern seems to be good game, bad game, good game, bad game, SO5 wise. Whereas in real life it seems to be pretty consistent. Everyone thinks he's doing well, you know. In midfield, I think we start to get light. I think Aberdeen against, you know, whatever's going on at Motherwell, that should be a really good game for McCrory. I think he's probably one of my better midfield shouts with that. You know, they're at home. Aberdeen's always a tough place to play at. I've got a limited Llorente, so I could play him twice. Nobody else is really jumping out at me here. Roldan, he's got a good fixture. And then, do we have another midfielder I would be... Yeah, I think Leget's got a great fixture, but just with the whole kind of whirlwind element of his move. I know he's debuted already and stuff. I know Pomicle's out. I think Leget's a good shout, Bucks. I think that's a really good midfield, man. They could all kick in. And then up front, I think Kramaric is probably my number 1 pick. I think Hoffenheim against, I think that's just going to be a really attack-minded Hoffenheim adventure. And then having Angelino and Kramaric now could be really fun to follow Hoffenheim this year. Up front, I'm going to go with Kyogo, so I think he starts. And yeah, where's Kramaric? We'll go find him. That was my limited All-Star pair, and it helped me get an under 23 limited card. And then Roldan, I think, actually was in that team as well, and Carter Vickers, in fact, and Joe Hart. So I've actually got my limited All-Star team from last week resurfacing with promising fixtures again. So that's something I'm definitely taking a little mental note of, as well as the whole Challenger Euro Super Rare potential with these guys. That could be something I think about. And then Leget, obviously, for wherever Leget might get played in. Oh, we've not got a captain. Who would we captain? Maybe, I think I'm going to captain Kramaric, to be honest with you. So I just think he could get multiple decisives in this game, and he's somebody with good AA in any case. So I think the last key goalkeeper spot is going to go to Bayezid. Now we're getting quite thin on defence. So I think Crescito's got a really good fixture at home at Portland. He should be playing in his good games. I think they've been at home as well. He's had like good games at home, certainly. So that might be interesting. Again, with Token, I think the same. And I actually think Token's in my great shout. As is Guardiola and Henriks. I think they've got a good fixture and they should feature Angelino. I think will be rushed in for a debut, because obviously Hoffenheim have signed Angelino because they sold Rom to Leipzig. So they don't have a left back now, all of a sudden, and now they do again. So I think they'll just plug him straight in, to be quite honest with you. And I think Angelino could get on. He could have a great debut. You know, I just have that kind of vibe about somebody like Angelino, that he'd just be up for it. And if he's on a free kick, he could just whiz one in for an assist or something, a corner. So yeah, I'm quite happy to play Angelino. I think Token I'm quite happy to play also, because I think he's got great AA potential. And I actually think Frimpong is looking really exciting. I actually think I will play Frimpong, and I think I'm going to take Token out of this for Crescito. And I think that's the way I'm going to run. But I actually want to change these guys round. So let's just do that. Where's Frimpong? And then we'll put Angelino on this side. It's mainly because Angelino's so decisive capable, and just the fact I think he'll be rushed in. It's at home. You know what it's like, man. So these stories happen in football where it's whirlwind debuts and instantly the fans love you, and forget the old guy, in with the new guy kind of attitude, you know. Harks might play, but we don't know what will happen Thursday, so I'm not going to be banking on that. I think Barry Allen is a hot hand. We play him. I think Marcus Llorente can come into this team quite comfortably also. And then in midfield, I'm noticing I'm relying quite a lot on limiteds, because I used Roldan in a team before, and one or two other people. Kostic is just transferred. I don't think he'll come straight into the team yet. Need to see that first. And then it's just slim pickings down the bottom, really, isn't it? I think Fujita could have a good game. I think Osaka could have a good game. But they're not nailed to be, oh yeah, it's a great looking fixture kind of idea. So I'm going to go with Chojima Fujita, just because I fancy him to have a good game. I'm going to back my hunch on him, and I think I am going to end up playing him this game week. I hope it's shown on Belmare. Yokohama are a very dominant team. He does take some set pieces, and that he can get the odd assist. I think Carlos Soler's got a really good game at home at Girona, but Girona have got a bit of momentum coming their way, and Valencia are still going through a huge transition period with attacking players. I think I might go for Osaka just because I think he's still on penalties when he's starting. Don't have any reason to doubt otherwise. And Jubilee Iwata, Sorare Japan told me at the beginning of the season that they were going to get humped all season. So if he starts, he's definitely decisive capable. In the attacking position, so I've used Jota, I've used Kyogo, I've got another two Kyogos, I suppose. I've got Magno, I've got Maeda, I've got Castellanos. I think Castellanos is going to be on penalties and all that kind of stuff as well. So I think he will be actually a good pick. I think I might be going back to Furuhashi, which is good because I think he's going to start also, and he's quite a key character for me. So we'll put Furuhashi in, and then I think I'm quite confident Maeda will continue to start, but equally I wouldn't be too surprised if he didn't. Whereas on the other hand, I think I am going to go with Ruter because I think he will start. I think it's a good fixture for him. I don't think he's scored yet for the new season in the first game. Abada could be a good shout, but we've not got substitutes, so I'm not going to risk that. So I'm going to go with Ruter. And actually, again, we've got quite a heavy limited cohort in here, but it's good to see a good mixture of rares and a couple of supers dotted about. So, I'm sure the board will be happy enough with that, I suspect. And in terms of captain, I guess we'll just go with Captain Kyogo. And we'll confirm it. Now, what this leaves us now is with the Mega 3, okay? Now, Mega 3 is the one that, you need like basically 300 points or whatever to actually win. As you seen last week, people had basic. I think if you didn't have 300, I think the first 5 people had maximum points or something like that. And the top 10 people had within 2 points of maximum. So anyway, it's not one we're going to be throwing. Let's go with Pavone, right? Because he could have a good game, and we wasted him this game week, it must be said. So we'll go with Pavone. Anyone else could be cheeky. Jens could be a shout. Anyone else is a sneaky one. Hebert could be on penalties and stuff, maybe. Tolkien, we think, would have a good score. Maeda. We've got Abada there. If Abada plays, he could be a decent shout for 100 in a match like that, because it will be a very similar game to Ross County. And if he starts the same way that he comes off the bench, then there's no reason Abada couldn't do a Jota. So let's play that. And then who else could we throw in as a prospective punt at shoulda, woulda, coulda for 100? I've got Hakimi still there. Wow, I've not even used him. Yeah, let's just put Hakimi in. I think that's as good enough, eh? And then we'll captain Abada since it's not going to win anything anyway. Cool. Magic. So I actually feel Now, as regular viewers of the main 23001 channel will know, I start my week off from a game week quite far in advance. I want to go through so many kind of periods I want to distill my teams as many times as I possibly can, checking and double checking how good the fixture looks, is still fit, all that kind of stuff as the week goes on, and it's really helpful playing these side games as well. And honestly, guys, I'm doing this for a tactical purpose, but very good friends of the channel, guys like McBride, and lots of guys in the community win fantastic rewards, like real Sorare rewards from playing these games and such as well. So I'm hoping when we're doing Mega Tuesdays, hopefully we can have some Mega rewards and all that good stuff as well. So hopefully we've built some competitive teams, and hopefully I can take this into Wednesday, Thursday and up to the deadline, further distilling the process and getting more rewards and more success on SO5, as well as getting even more utility for my cards anyway by using them in Sorare Mega like this. It makes zero difference on eligibility for SO5 or anything on Sorare data itself, which is just fantastic. The more utility, the more gameplay you can get out of any of your items. I strongly recommend that you do so. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you've been playing Sorare Mega for a while, is there any hints or tips you can help us out with? Or are you brand new to it as well? And let me know your initial thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.